Hi, I am Susan Brady, and I am grateful that you are here with me today. The last few weeks, I have been talking about building sustainable, healthy habits. Habits are those little things you do day after day, week after week, month after month, changes. And when we're trying to improve any aspect of our health, whether it is building stronger bones, lowering our blood sugars, or losing weight, it all starts with building healthy habits that are sustainable, that become a part of your lifestyle, part of what you do every day, part of who you are. And last week I alluded to how often we set goals for ourselves without really understanding what it's going to take to meet that goal. How often have you promised yourself that you're going to eat healthier, exercise every day, meditate every day, get more sleep, but then never put together a plan as to how these things are going to happen? So, having goals is great, but you also need to have a system in place to reach those goals. And there's another great book out there on forming habits called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And forming systems to achieve your goal is a big part of what he talks about. Now, Clear states that you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And if you don't have a system in place to meet your goal, it is less likely that you'll be able to achieve it. You might believe that the reason you can't meet your goals is because you lack willpower or self discipline or motivation. But what Clear is suggesting is that what you might actually be lacking is a well defined plan or a system on how you're going to achieve that goal. So, what he says is that you need to come up with a plan. What are your actionable steps you have to take to achieve that goal? How, when, and where are you going to perform those actionable steps every day? You have to be specific, you have to make it easy, and it has to fit seamlessly into your daily lifestyle. For something to become a habit that leads to a positive change, it needs to be repeatable. You need to be able to do it day after day after day. And James Clear talks about the rules or laws of behavior necessary for a habit to take hold. It needs to be one, obvious, it needs to be attractive, it needs to be easy, and it needs to be satisfying. So, a great example of this is a goal that I'm actually working on myself. I'm trying to give up my morning cup of coffee and switch to drinking green tea. Now, I love my coffee, but lately it's been making me feel a little bit jittery. So, I want to switch to green tea instead. So, I put together my system. One, I'm going to need to find a green tea that I like, that's easy to prepare upon waking in the morning and is satisfying. If you've ever tasted green tea, it can be a little bitter. So, in order for the green tea to be satisfying, part of my system is going to be including a little bit of Manuka honey in my tea, which in itself has wonderful health properties. And that's going to sweeten it a bit and make it more pleasing to drink. Because if it's not pleasing, I'm going to go back to drinking coffee. The next part of the system is making it obvious. Clear suggests that to make it obvious, you need to decide when and where you will do this new habit. And that's going to be easy for me. I'm going to make and drink my green tea first thing in the morning. But at first, it also kind of has to be a no-brainer. So I'm going to take another step towards making it easier by having the tea kettle filled with water and ready to go the night before, and my cup with my tea bag out and ready to go the night before. And then the last thing I'm going to do is to change the environment in my kitchen so I don't get sidetracked. And that's going to be to remove, excuse me, the coffee maker from my kitchen counter. Because if I don't, that coffee maker is going to work against me. I have been drinking coffee every day for 30 years. I love the smell, I love the taste, I love the warmth of the cup in my hand. So, in order to overcome that habit and embed a new habit of drinking green tea, I need to set up my environment for success. If that coffee maker continues to sit on my counter, I might not be able to resist temptation. Well, maybe I can resist it once or twice, but it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to muster up the willpower to override my desires for coffee in the long run. So you have to understand your environment has a very powerful influence on your behavior. And that's another point that Clear brings to light in his book. You have to set up your environment for success. Heck, if you want to stop eating junk food, stop buying it. If it's not in your pantry, if it's not in your environment, you can't eat it. Instead, fill your environment with a healthy snack that you really, really like, that's accessible. Keep it obvious, like a bowl of fruit on the counter. Keep it easy to eat. And the same thing goes when it comes to exercise. Leave your sneakers and your exercise clothes out where you can see them, because if they're tucked away in your drawer or in your closet, they are out of sight, and exercise will be out of mind. Overcoming health issues can't happen overnight. It starts with building healthy habits, habits that can be sustained. Things that you do only once or twice will fade away, but the things that you do day after day will accumulate into big changes. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You just need to follow through with your healthy habits more often than not. So remember, stay positive, start small, develop a system, create an environment for success, and the rest will fall in place. If you want more insight for how to build sustainable habits, please check out James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, and BJ Fogg's book, Tiny Habits. Both are great books which will give you a step-by-step procedure on how small changes in your daily habits can lead to big results. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful rest of your week.